This conference will now be recorded.
What is a build management routine? So it can automate build deployment. Deployment in the sense, so building a project one location to another location. After your project successful development, so developer will do the deployment into the servers. So that is we are calling it deployment. So if the developer want to deploy the code, developer want to deploy the project, first of all he has to do a prerequisite things. So compiling entire the code and converting it a zip file or jar file or war file. So that file developer has to place in the server. This entire process taking some hours. And if manually we have developer wants to do it, will take a few hours. So entire this deployment process we can automate by using Maven. Along with build deployment, Maven can do lots of things too. Using a Maven tool, we can do a lot of things. So some of the features we are using as a testers, as a automation test engineers, we are using some of the Maven features. So we are not doing a build deployment process. So Maven having so much of features. So one of the major important one thing, build deployment process. Developer will use as a build deployment, but as a testers, we will use a few features, right? So first of all, we have to know how to install Maven. Maven again, it's a software. So how to download software team already we discussed yesterday. Just go to the site Apache Maven, download the latest version, WinZip, right? And set variable path like how we are set Java, right? So Maven underscore home MVN underscore home. This is the location you have to give. So where you have extracted that zip file, right? You will get a folder. Under that folder you will have so bin folder, right? See, up to the folder just give as a user variable and system variable. And again, like how we are set bin path for Java path, same like set Maven path. This is the Maven bin folder, right? After that, if you want to ensure whether you have installed correctly, you have to give a command called what team, this time MVN, nothing but Maven hyphen version. So if you successfully install Maven, you will get Maven installed version here. And before that Maven prerequisite is you have to download the Java. After download, you have to set system variable, user variable, and Java JDK bin path, because Maven is implemented on top of Java team. So here, what is the prerequisite here? Here you have to install Java, otherwise your Maven will not work. Right? Already we know how to install Java. Already we know how to know whether we have Java, Java C. Right? It will give you details. Creating and Maven is, first of all, Maven is a software, and here again, so Maven we are using as a project folder, nothing but, so earlier we have used Java project, right? So we can use as a project. So first of all, initially you have to start your project by creating a Maven project. So before that, you have to install Java. These are steps. First of all, install Java, install Maven, and create Maven project. Fail to load shared library C program files. JVM. 1 second.
This conference will now be recorded.
So first of all, you have to install Maven, right? And the latest version is this one, 3.6.3. And remember, you have to download WinZip, right? So how to know what are we have downloaded team? So first of all, we have to download the Java, and then we have to download Eclipse, and we have to download Maven. See, remember team, whenever you are joining into organization, right? So initially, so there are two ways. They may give you a all install mission. Otherwise, you have to install your own. So if you want to install your own, first of all, you have to know how to install all those things. And no one will help you at the time of if it is a small organization. If it is a small organization, there is no special IT team. If it is a big MNC companies obviously will have a IT team and supporting team. Obviously, they'll give you install mission, all software, whatever you want. The software you have to send a mail, and they'll give you install mission. So and so software and so and so version. Remember, team, you have to give version also, so that you can the team can install easily. So Java so and so version, Eclipse so and so version, and Maven so and so version, so that the people can able to install in your machine. Otherwise, you have to install all these things your own. Right? We will discuss what we have to do at the time of joining. We'll discuss. Okay. And remember, at least you have to remember softwares with version names. So whatever we are using here, we you have to remember, because so whatever I'm saying, these are all compatible teams. See, there is some issues you may face. So and so version, Eclipse version will not work with so and so Java version. So whatever we are discussing here, so that's a good compatibility. Selenium, Java, and Eclipse. These are the versions you have to remember. And then Maven. If you're working fine, if here working fine, if your practice fine on these versions, so that even you can easily practice the same things in organization. Remember, software and version. Okay. See, these were the project we have created yesterday. Remember, team, Java will provide you a default folder structure. Maven, how to create a project team? Same, how we are created a Java project, right? So file, new, otherwise right click, new. Here you have to take Maven project, right? So if you are not able to see, search here Maven project. Click on Maven project, and next it will ask you kickstart. Yes, here. Next, here you have to give group ID, artifact ID. Group ID in sense package name, artifact ID in sense project name, right? So yesterday I have given group ID test and artifact ID name as Maven first. Clear? And remember, initially, whenever you install a Maven, so default, I already told you, right? Maven is implemented on top of Java, right? Maven is implemented on top of Java. That's why we should have it install Java if Maven want to work. Observe here, what the Java version we have installed. What the Java version we have installed earlier. You can ping me. What the Java version we have installed. Anyone? 1.80. And observe here. So if I download Maven, observe whenever I create a Maven project, see one more thing, team. See here. So for me, it is a latest updated Eclipse version. Observe, if I'm able to create such Maven project, I'm getting here. For you, if you are not able to search Maven project here, if you are not able to search Maven project, again here, go to the Eclipse and go to the help Eclipse marketplace. You have to download or you have to install a plugin. There is a plugin called M2, I think. If you are not able to get, so obviously 90% you will get team. Otherwise, you have to download a plugin. Let's say Maven. All updated Eclipse versions we are getting this plugin by default. But if you are not able to create a Maven project after downloading Maven software, here you have to search this plugin, right? So search here M2, you will get a plugin called Maven M2. See this team, Maven integration for Eclipse. Maven integration plugin. Already I have installed here. So for you also it will be installed. So if it is not installed, just install Maven integration plugin for Eclipse. Creating. So please let me know whether you are getting Maven project or not. So just right click new and take project. Here search Maven project. If you are getting, it's good. If you are not getting, you have to install a plugin. Clear? And now Maven project. So Maven will give you a default project structure, and Maven is implemented on top of Java again. Here, so what is the Java version we have installed in? Java version we have installed 1.8 earlier. I haven't changed any version in so far. Still, it is 1.8. Observe here, whenever I create a Maven project, it is getting what? Here, JRE, J2 SE, nothing but Java version here, 1.5. Default Maven as of now it is giving 1.5. Java Maven is Java 1.5. JRE library getting from 1.5. So here you can change your Maven default Java version here, because Maven is also implemented on top of Java. By default it is using what? Java 1.8. Here I can change my Java version. How team? Observe, right click on a Maven project, go to the properties, right click on a Maven project, go to the properties. Here you can see Java build path. Observe here JRE. What it is showing? JRE from 1.5. So click on this JRE, right? Here this is default Maven taking JRE 1.8. So I can change to my workspace. This is the workspace default JRE. What is JRE? 1.8. And let me check this one workspace. Use now from now onwards use Java JRE 1.8, which is installed in my machine, not in default. Okay. Now finish. Now it is selected 1.5. Apply and close. Observe here. Now it got changed 1.8. Here. So after creating Maven project, steps. First of all, install Java from the Maven, right? And create Maven project. If if you are unable to create a Maven project, install Maven integration plugin, right? So install Maven integration plugin. So after that, and check whether you are getting Maven to default JRE from your installed Java or not. Otherwise, you have to change, right? So check whether the JRE here. What is the next step? Check team. Next step team. Check JRE. JRE. That should be what? 1.8. Nothing but, or you install Java version. This is not from default Maven. This is from Java version, right? And next. And remember, team. So whenever you are working with the Maven, whenever you are working with Maven, so you should have first of all, first time you should have a internet connection. So without internet connection, so first time you're not able to work with Maven, because always remember Maven is work from a repository. We'll discuss what is the repository, and remember whenever you are creating a first Maven project, you should have network connection. Okay, so please check network whether you are having network connection for at least first time. Why we have to maintain network connection first time, we'll discuss. Okay, these are the prerequisite, and you should have an install JRE, and the JRE should be your install JRE, and then at least first time you should have a network connection, right? And it will give you default folder structure. So what is the default folder structure? SRC main Java, SRC test Java. And developers will maintain in SRC main Java what their project code. So in SRC test Java, what they'll maintain? They'll maintain unit test cases. Who will write unit test cases team? Test cases. So if so developer will maintain unit test cases. But so testers, right? We are testers, right? So testers will maintain our own test cases. Clear? So we have to maintain test cases in a Maven project. In which folder team? SRC test Java. In SRC test Java, we have to maintain our test cases. Clear? As of now, let me create a folder, right? See here, this is the default folder coming from Maven. If you want, you can keep it. Otherwise, you can delete it. I'm deleting as of now. But why? How to maintain my own folders name, right? So let me create a package, right? So what is the package name you have to give in? So now, so real time, same as real time, we are using a we are automating application called Harmon Audio. So we have to give a package name as Javas to automate. So what is our application name team? harmonaudio.com com.harmon audio, right? Harmon Audio. Here I want to maintain my test cases. Test cases. com.harmon audio test cases. This is what my package. Let me finish. Right. So in this, I want to create a class. So for that, I'm giving as this is login test cases. This is my class. No confusion, right team? Already we know how to maintain a package name. Package name should be our domain name. So what is the application we are using? As of now, what is the application we are testing team? Harmon Audio, right? So com.harmon audio. So what is the package name? And with my test cases, because under SRC test Java, I have to maintain test cases. So for that, I'm giving a package name as test case. So obviously, I have to maintain a test case in a class. As of now, I'm taking a single class, and this class is related to maintain login test cases. It's up to you teams. Maintaining test case in one class, in different classes, in different packages. Obviously, we'll maintain one package under test cases package mostly, but it all depends upon your organization and your framework setup. Okay. Now here let me maintain a test case. So earlier we have seen this test case, right? Observe. Let me copy entire the same thing. So come to here. So let me paste it. Right. So let me close remaining things. So I'm having only this log. So I'm getting these errors. Why I'm getting team? Anyone? Why I am getting errors? Anyone? Why I'm getting errors team? Why I'm getting error still here? Thank you, ma'am. We have to import packages, right? See here. So if I already added softwares, nothing but Selenium, I can import, right? Observe here. If I move cursor here, so driver is equal to new Chrome driver, right? So if I move cursor here, so I'm not getting import option. Why? See here, I'm not getting import option. Why I'm not getting input option? Why I'm not getting input option here? Okay, okay. See, remember team. So we are creating projects, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, there is no relation between this project and this project. So in real time, you will maintain how many projects? You will be work on mostly one project only. For one project in Eclipse, you will maintain only one project only. And moreover, there is no relation between one project to another project. See here. So initially, whether it may be Java project or Maven project, initially we have created one project. So in that project, we have added what? First of all, we have added Selenium, right? And then first of all, we have added Selenium, and then based on our requirement, we are keep on adding plugins. So for reading data from Excel sheet, what you have used, team? Important one. This is an important question, team. Apache POI API, right? So to read this Excel data to your program, we have used a plugin called Apache POI API, and we have used Commons API, right? We have added. How we are adding? For a Java project, build path, configure build path, add external jars. After downloading, after extracting, you have to add your external jars to your project, right? So let's say this is I have added for my first project. So let's consider. So what the before project we have used. See, for WebDriver 1, we have added this all the plugins, right? Apache POI, Commons IO, right? We have added all those things. And so if you add, you will get TestNG also. These are coming from TestNG. So you will get reference library. These are all coming from Selenium. These are all coming from Apache Py. These are all coming from Commons IO. Right. Now I'm creating what? Whether it may be a Maven project or any project. So I'm creating one more project. See, whenever I create a new project, there is no relation between this project 2 and this project 2. There is no relation between this project and this project. And so whatever you added the plugins to previous project, so this won't get to this project. Remember this one. If you create a project, that is a fresh one. And project to project, you have to add all external jar files. Don't think if I am using Selenium before project, I can use for this project. Remember, there is no relation between one project to another project. In Eclipse, so if you can maintain any number of projects, but in real time you will be working on only one project. So for project to project, you have to add your external jar files. Clear what I'm able to convey? Yes. See here, I have created a project. Remember, team, that may be Java project or Maven project. Same concept. So whether it may be Java project or Maven project. Remember, you will be working on only one project. There is no relation between one project to another project. So if you create a new project, and you must add all jar files whatever you want. Java, sorry, Selenium, Apache Point, Common Saigo, and any another extra jar files. Based on your requirement for project to project, you have to keep on adding your APIs, libraries, external jar files. And don't think if I create a project and if I add the external jar file to one project, if I create a second project, are we getting external jar files? No, right? There is no relation between one project and another project. And again, you have to add jar files to another project, whether it may be a Java project or Maven project. So obviously, you have to add Selenium 3 point something, whatever 3.6.9, whatever the version you want. So again, you have to add this project POI API. Again, POI API. Again, you have to add Common Saigo, right? So remember, you have to add all external jar files to your project to project. Clear, team? Now here, why I'm getting errors here? So I have copied entire the code from my previous project. This is a new project which I have created yesterday, Maven project, right? So obviously, I'm not having this Selenium API, and obviously, I'm not having Apache POI. This is the code to read from Excel file, right? So and this file it is common cyber. Now I have to add this Selenium jar files and POI jar files and this common cyber jar to my Maven project. Hope able to clear, right? Now this time you will get somewhat more clarity. Clear? And now observe team, observe. See, uh, earlier I am creating a Java project. Now here, what is the difference between Java project and Maven project? Observe team. See here, here I am adding, see, if I want to share my code, enter the code, if it is a Java project, let's consider. So I want to share a code, enter the code, enter the project to you. So let's consider this is a Java project. So if I want to save, if I want to share, here observe. So this is a Java project, right? WebDriver one. Observe, go to this location, go to this location. You can go to this location. This is the location. D drive, December 19, WebDriver one. This is a WebDriver one, is a project. See, this is the project. So come back, this is the project. So if I want to share this one, so there's a two ways. One thing, I can copy it to pen drive and I can give it. Otherwise, I have to send a mail. So if I want to send a mail, I cannot send this entire code as same as a folder because memory will not support. It will be, observe, it will be more memory. I cannot send it a mail. Obviously, there only one way. I have to give it a hard copy, nothing but I have to copy into your any pen drive, and again you can copy it into your machine. Otherwise, I have to send a mail. For sending mail, it will not allow because it's too much memory. So if I want to send again, I have to zip it, right? So how to zip, team? So right click on your project, send to compressed zip folder. Now your project is compressed into memory and it will decrease the memory. Now this time I can share this zip file. Simply I can mail it to you. By sending by the time of sending mail, I can attach this zip file, right? So how to attach him here? So here just attach. So go to the D drive, inside my D drive I'm having December 19. Inside my December 19, I'm having this zip file. Observe. See here. This is I'm able to, at least I'm able to add this to my mail. So before that, the folder directly I can add it to you my mail. This one, because of too much memory. So only one thing I can compress into zip file. So if I compress my Java project into zip file, if I compress my Java project into zip file, you will get what thing? You will get whatever the code I have written, you will get. But here what I'm having, whatever the code I have written, plus here I'm adding what? I'm having what here? Jar files. What are the jar files? Selenium jar files. I have added external jar files. Selenium, poi, commons. These are jar files I'm having. But if I compress their zip, you will get what? You will get only code. You won't get say these external jar files. If you observe this zip file, if you extract after sending a mail, if you extract the zip file, you will get only my code. But you don't get whatever the Selenium I have used, whatever the Selenium I have added, and what are the POI API I have added, what are the commons IO API I have added. So you won't get these jar files, and obviously you will get errors like this. Obviously you will get errors like this. And here, the beauty of Maven here is, see here, if this is a Java project, observe, if it is a Maven project, again I am having in Maven project what? Let's consider I am having code. Along with code, I am having what? My plugins information, nothing but my jar information. This jar info. So if I send a Maven project, if I send a zip and Maven project, and you will get same, you will get a code, plus you will get this. So what are the jars? External jars. Here jars nothing but external jars. You will get jar info also. Here, let's consider. See here, if I use Selenium version 3.6.9 something. So if you get a zip file from me, so you don't know whether which version Selenium I have used. So here Apache Py, let's say version 3 point something. So if I show you my zip file, and even you don't know what are the version Apache Py I have used. Here jar info nothing but it will store what are the Selenium version I have used and what are the external jars I have used, and you will get the jar info. From this jar info, so if you get a mail, if you get a zip file from me, obviously this jar info whenever you install, so you will get all the jar files whatever I have used, and obviously you will get from one repository. If you are having a net connection first time, so you will get this jar info, nothing but automatically Selenium can download. Your Maven can download all jar files, whatever the jar files I used, Selenium, POI, commons. So your Maven can download all jar files into your machine. Because of what? Because of I'm sharing a jar info. The jar info will download all the jar files, whatever I have used and whatever I have installed in my machine. So this will download automatically by whom? By Maven. Maven can download all these things from for you in your mission. That is the beauty of Maven. So this jar info, where I am maintaining this jar info here, whenever you create a Maven project, so default you will get this one. What? SRC main Java, SRC test Java, SRC and target folder pom.xml. And pom.xml, this is the heart of your project. What team? Jar will for maintain in where? Jar will for maintain in pom.xml. This pom.xml is the heart of your Maven project. So it will contain entire your project information. So if I share this one, this is a simple XML thing. So if I share this one, you will get all the jar files, whatever I have used. And this is the jar files responsible to download all the jar files, whatever I have used. Here, and initially, how to use this format XML. Also here, let me download Chrome Drive, sorry, Selenium by using Maven. Observe here. So click on this format XML, right? And here, this is the default view of format XML. Here, overview, dependencies, dependency hierarchy, effective form, and the last one is format XML. Click on format XML. See, this is the format XML structure team. This is the format XML structure. And you are having group ID, nothing but your package name, artifact ID, your project name, right? And this is the Apache site from where it can download. See, obviously JUnit. By default, it will give you a JUnit, unit testing framework. If you don't want, you can remember it. Otherwise, you can keep it. No issue. This is the default structure of form. Here, let's see here. Now, earlier, how you are downloading, how to download Selenium in Maven. Earlier, how we are downloading, how we are downloaded Selenium. So we have gone to Selenium official website. From Selenium official website, we have downloaded what? Selenium WebDriver. From Selenium WebDriver, so we have gone to the binding. Now we are into Java, right? Here we have to download Selenium. You will get a folder. After that, extract the zip folder and add it to your project. How to add? If it is a Maven project, you can, sorry, if it is a Java project, we have added how, right click, build path, configure build path, and add external jars, added Selenium libraries, right? Added Selenium libraries. Now we are using Maven project, right? So then even you can, if you want, you can add same how you added in Java project. How? The one way is build path, right? And then configure build path, and then add external jar. Right? Even we can add like this, but remember, again we are going into previous concept. So if you share your project to any other person, so the opposite person may not, he not get the jar files whatever you have used. This is the wrong way. We are using build path, configure build path. There is no use, right? So by sending the code, there is no use. You have to send your code along with whatever the jar files, what are the third-party APIs you have used. Now that's why we are going to Maven. So in Maven, if you want to download Selenium, the best way is, if you want to download Selenium, the best way is here, download from on.xml. XML. Then how to download from .xml here. Observe here. Observe here. So if you want to download Selenium by using a Maven form, here, so say Maven having some dependency team. Dependency nothing but a jar file. Here you have to add in your form.xml. So you have to add what? Add dependency. Dependency nothing but consider as jar file. Observe here. Observe here. Just search Selenium Maven dependency. See here, Selenium Maven repository. So go to the site, Maven repository. So this is the Maven repository team. Nothing but there is a one location. Maven can maintain all the jar files with versions. See here, Selenium Java. First link we are having Selenium Java. Observe team. Here, Maven can maintain all Selenium jar files. See, from starting onwards, it can maintain all the jar files. Now we are using what team? 3 point. So earlier we have used what version we have used team? So official site, observe in official site, what we are having? So go to this official site. So try to download latest stable version team. So in your official website, it will show you latest stable version 3.14141.59. So try to download 3.141.59. This is the stable and latest version, and which is recommended by official site. Observe here. Now I want to download 3.141.59. Click on this 3.141.59. Here you can able to see the some code here, dependency, XML format, tags. Already we know, right? HTML format, tags, we have tags. By using the tag, we have constructed XPath. Consider same like XML file. So how to download? Observe, just to copy this dependency, go to your format.xml. See here, you are having a tag called what? Dependency. Inside a dependency, you can maintain dependencies. There is a tag called dependency. Inside dependencies, you can maintain your dependency, nothing but your jar file. See, already I'm having what jar file. What is the jar file? JUnit. Let me remove this JUnit. Dependencies to dependency team. So this time, dependency to dependency, not dependencies. You should maintain your jar files inside dependencies. Let me remove this one. If you want, you can keep it team. If you want JUnit, you can keep it. But as of now, I don't want JUnit. I want to first of all install Selenium. Observe it. Now copy this one, whatever you have copied from that Maven repository. Now I have added this one. Remember team, you have to add inside dependencies. This is dependencies. This is dependency. Inside dependencies, I am adding Selenium dependency, which I am copied from here. Maven repository. Okay. So go to the Eclipse. Observe here. This is my Maven project, right? As of now, what are the folders I'm having, team? What are the folders I'm having? SRC main, SRC test, JRE, Maven dependencies, SRC target, and format.xml. Remember, under Maven dependencies, Maven will add your jar files. So as of now, what I'm having? JUnit, right? Earlier, which is I have added. Now observe under Maven dependency. Observe. Now let me press just Control S, save button. After adding this dependency, if you press Control S, observe time I'm pressing Control S, Control S. Observe here, building workspace. You're getting building workspace 36% in bottom right. Nothing but it is downloading Selenium. Maven downloading Selenium from where? Selenium from this site, Maven repository. That's why you should have a That's why you should have a net connection. Observe him. Observe. Maven downloaded Selenium all jar files. Are you able to see here? Am I added by build path and configure build path? These are all downloaded by Maven itself. Just you have to mention dependency. That's it. Now, if I share my Maven project, so if I share my Maven project, you will get along with my project, you will get format XML. Inside a format XML, you are having whatever the Selenium version I'm using. Now, if you press Control S by extracting my jar file, if you press Control X, Maven can download the version Selenium 3.141.59 for you automatically, and the jar file will get to under Maven dependencies. Observe, observe, and this time I will get import option. Observe team. This time I'm getting import option. Why? Maven downloaded Selenium or jar files to your project. Now let me input. Play team. And like this, same, you can add jar files of Apache Poi. Like this, you can add Apache Poi. Same, let me add team. That will close. Now Apache Poi dependency. Same for each and every jar files. Maven having a dependency team. Apache Poi. This is the Apache Poi. So download stable version. Observe team. Don't download these beta versions. Don't download these beta versions. Download stable versions. See, this is stable version. More number instances, more downloads. 3.16. Let me download this 3.16. Same copy inside. Already I'm having this Selenium, right? So below the Selenium, let me download this Apache Poi. Apache Poi. Now press Control S. Observe building workspace, nothing but downloading Apache Poi APIs. Java. Somewhere you will get Apache Poi API. See here, Apache Poi. Somewhere you will get. Okay. Now go to this one. You will get import option here. If Poi API download, you will get import option. Let me check the. So what the version we have downloaded earlier? We have to check the version. So same thing. So how we have downloaded Apache Poi, and same you have to add common cyber. Common cyber dependency. So common cyber dependency. Add 2.6. This one. See here. This is Poi API. This is common cyber API. Let me save it. It will build my workspace. Download jar files. So after that, after adding your jar files here, let me refresh my project team. You can refresh your project. You can refresh, and sometimes if you can update your project, if some errors will occur, sometimes you can update your project. Maven. Right click on a project, you will get a option called Maven. Maven, and under Maven you will get a option called update project. Which project you want to update? I want to update Maven first project. Okay, update. Update in sense it will check all the jar files download or not. Again, it will download. If they not downloaded, again it will download. Check whether it is gone. Let me check what are the version we have used earlier. We have driver one, right? Reference one. This is Poi API 3.17. If you want, you can change version team. This is 3.16, right? Now let me change 3.17. Now this is the main advantage of Maven team. You dynamically you can change version also. Now I'm changing Apache Py 3.16 to 3.17. Just I'm changing number here. That's it. 3.17. Now observe, this is the building workspace. Let me check. This time I'm getting this workbook. Maven update my project.